Today we're tying a simple jiggy variant of the bugger on the Allen J100 jig hook. Start your thread out just behind the bead. The majority of this pattern are just going to use dyed hen hackle feathers. Because these feathers aren't quite as bushy as marabou, I'm going to take several of them and pair them together to create the tail. I've also flipped them over and put them back to back so that I get equal coloration on both sides. I want the tail to be about the length of the body as usual. Now, because I'm tying in several of these feathers at one time, I'm going to trap them down all the way up the shank of the hook so that they don't twist. Here, I'm just trapping those fibers back down as I work back to the tail. Then, I'm going to tie in a bit of flash that'll become the rib. Now, I've prepared another one of those soft hackle feathers, and I'm going to tie it in by the tip, and we'll palmer this forward once I dub the body. The only real difference between this and a standard woolly bugger is I'm going to dub the body and then bring the rib forward before I bring forward the feather. This is because the curve on these soft hackle feathers and the fact that I'm going to use more of them will mean that if I bring the rib forward last, it'll trap down a lot of those fibers. Now, I'll counter wrap the rib forward to lock down that dubbing and then bring forward the hackle feather right over top. I'll take a couple extra wraps right at the throat of the fly before I tie down this feather. Now I'm just going to add a bit more dubbing to my thread and whip finish. With the pattern being tied on a jig hook, it's great to use both as a streamer or run underneath an indicator. You can use it not only to imitate a variety of bait fish and prey type patterns, but you can also tie it in some smaller sizes to mimic some forms of nymphs.